Well, I went and looked at that rental house, and I'm gonna buy it. We went and looked at it. There's a little work's got to be done, some floor stuff and all that, but the guy, he's gonna go ahead and put new air conditioners, like the Mitsubishi outside ones, the smaller units. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like a little outside the house, a little square box on every part of the house. So he's gonna go ahead and put them on it. He bought a new stove, new fridge. He's gonna do a few things to it, and then that's part of the deal, and then I'll get it after he gets all that situated. And so now I'm back at the shop. I got the 2J. So we're gonna change some plugs, change the thermostat, do a little there. I talked to Wiring Specialties yesterday. I got that discussion had. So they finished the harness. It is showing that it's shipped now, so it should be on the way. I looked on their site. They say generally 2 to 5 days. I don't remember how long it took any of the other times, but yeah, we're going to tinker with this, try to get as far as we can, get everything done before the wiring harness gets here, and hopefully I don't do too much, and the wiring harness is a pain to put on once I get that far along. So try not to make things harder on myself. So let's at least change the thermostat and some plugs and some other stuff. So, all right, here we go. got the plug wires changed, put the coil packs in, went ahead and put oil in it. I hooked both hoses up for the heater core. This line goes up to the top of the intake. This goes to the bottom of the throttle body. I'll cut it to fit. I need to find a couple of spacers, these style spacers. Find a couple of them. I could probably hook up the power steering. Go ahead and get that situated. I need to get a clamp for that. Figure out where to mount that deal. I guess we'll just stay with that. Evidently that's where it was before. This will move to here. Got a kink in this hose for some reason. May have to shorten that or something, but I may hook the starter up and crank it over a little bit to get the oil in the pump and everything. Just kind of get the, I may crank it by hand. Do that, get some of the oil on all the parts, rotating parts on the bottom. Maybe even pick up a little in the oil pump. This motor's been sitting dry for a little bit, but the bearings and everything should have been okay. PCB, the spacers, the headers. I may just rob them off of the other motor. We've got another motor over there that's got them, so we may take those and rob them. Yeah, I gotta figure out that kink in that hose right there. So we'll figure out what that is. I could possibly set the radiator. I don't know that there's anything gonna be in the way there. I may go ahead and do that and get the radiator set. Yeah, we may go ahead and do that. Let's see what we got. But it's getting there. Alright, I believe I'm gonna call that a day. I got the radiator set in. I gotta come up with a hose to go from here to here. I need to hook up the bottom one. I think it should be good, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Yeah, there's a few things I can still do. Like I said, I had to order a couple of these fuel rail spacers. I'm missing 2 of them, so I ordered 2 of them. I found them on eBay. So I'm gonna get those ordered, or I've already ordered them. I'm gonna change this hose to a new hose and get rid of that kink thing. So I gotta get a couple clamps. And yeah. So that's where I'm at with it for tonight. I'll get my clamps tomorrow. My son's supposed to come tomorrow. I'll probably have him go ahead and pull the intake and stuff. We'll probably start changing the plugs and wires and stuff on the automatic IS300, and then may change the fan switch. I couldn't find the wrap, so the header's gonna go on this side. Well, the fuel lines come up this way. If you remember, if you watched the video where we added the fuel lines, and so the exhaust coming on this side and the fuel is not a good combination. So I can't find the sleeve. There's a heat shield sleeve that I've got somewhere. I can't find that, so if I have to, I'll buy another one. And before I hook my filter back up with that line, so that line there and this filter will come up to that, so that line will hook onto the bottom of that filter. Well, this will be my return here, and so I don't want those two to not be wrapped, and I can stay up high and go around that way once I get up to that, but I want that to be wrapped with that heat shield and all that stuff. So I debated on wrapping the headers too. I don't know that I'm going to do that. I don't really see the point of it. Just main things, keep the fuel from getting too hot or melting or catch on fire or anything. So yeah, got to do that. So that's the next thing, is the wrap that stuff, and I'm gonna wait on that harness. I may be able to put the battery up here. The more I thought about it, I remember possibly seeing that there was the deal come across to hook to the the fuse box. If that's there, I can set the battery back in this spot and run the main power from over here to the starter, the bottom of the starter. But I'm thinking the main power was in that harness, so I won't even have to do that if it is. So I can run the trigger to the starter. It may be in that harness, so I'm gonna wait till that gets here before I worry about the battery stuff. So I'm gonna do what I can until it gets here. So yeah, it's pretty much where I'm at with it. I did all I could with what I had, so we'll continue on. And again, we got some work on that IS300 over there to work on, so we'll try to get that going tomorrow and make a day of whatever we can tomorrow. So, all right, here we go.
I'm feeling high.